was it done? Yeah.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with Naga Munchetty and Roger Johns.
Our headlines today. A man has been charged with the murders of a father and son who were shot dead in Cambridgeshire, which circulated like 350,000 copies. He was trying to look dignified and courtly. He then became known as the King's Jester.
Saturday, the 1st of April, our main story this morning on the programme. Households already struggling with the rising cost of living will see many of their bills increase from today.
Council tax, water charges, some mobile phone costs are going up, but there'll also be a big increase in the national minimum wage.
Now, as part of the BBC News Tackling It Together series, our cost of living correspondent Coletta Smith has been looking at what's going up and what you can do about it. Now, water companies which allow raw sewage to pollute UK seas and rivers could face unlimited fines. That's under plans which are expected to be released next week.
Ministers want to scrap the current £250,000 limit on civil penalties and make them easier to impose. It comes as new figures reveal that sewage was spilled into England's waterways 300,000 times last year. Our political correspondent, Lena Nathie, has more. The Port of Dover has declared a critical incident with up to 70 coaches caught up in lengthy delays overnight.
Let's go live to Dover to...
At least 3 people have died and many more are injured after tornadoes hit the United States.
The first of them ripped through Little Rock in Arkansas, leaving thousands of homes without power. Severe...
The former US President Donald Trump will hand himself into a court in New York on Tuesday to face criminal charges.
Yes, those charges relate to money paid to a former porn actress, Stormy Daniels, before the 2016 election. Mr. Trump denies any wrongdoing. North America correspondent Nada Tawfik reports. Right, countries across Europe are struggling to cope with housing the influx of migrants, as we know, who are arriving from across the Middle East, North Africa and Asia.
Dutch authorities have begun using ships and barges to accommodate new arrivals, and the British government is considering doing the same.
Yeah, so our Europe correspondent Nick Beake has been granted access to a boat housing 900 migrants, mainly from Syria, which is docked just outside Amsterdam. Should we have a look inside some of the papers this morning? Carefully picking our way through them, I have to say, this morning, because it is the 1st of April. But the front pages are all fine. Let's have a look.
He loved his animals,
he
didn't
did.
he? Absolutely loved them.
Did.
I'm going to pick up on that Lily Savage, Paul O'Grady story. Obviously, we lost him last week. He's a drag artist, born in 1860. Right, so he was the son of 2 failing music hall performers, and by the age of 4, he was on stage in like the Paddington, with his own act, Little George, the infant wonder he was called, contortionist and posturer. Right, performed in front of Charles Dickens. He had this amazing life, right? So he was one of the highest paid performers in the world in the Victorian era, and the word drag, he said, I dress up as a woman for financial